everyone, it's Marcus. I am back on YouTube. This is going to kind of become like a weekly series, I hope. Fingers crossed, knock on wood here. I've kind of been absent from pretty much all forms of social media or being online in general. And the primary reason behind that is because I haven't really had anything, groundbreaking or cool to talk about, I don't think. I work somewhere really cool. I do a lot of cool things. I just haven't been able to figure out a way to kind of fit that into my videos and stuff like that. Now, if you guys are subscribed to Deep Diving Dell'Olio, sorry, I'm messing around with my cat down here, old Bard. But if you're subscribed to my sister and I's podcast, that's coming back very, very quickly. Spoiler alert. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. I'm gonna have to get clearance with Danielle before I actually put that part of the video in. I don't know if you can really tell too well with how the camera's angled and the fact that I have a full beard now, but I have lost an insane amount of weight. And the primary reason for that is because I've started to take my health, big stretch, oh my goodness, my health a lot more seriously. I'm eating a lot more clean. I've quit drinking entirely. I'm very fun at parties now. Quit drinking entirely, and a couple months ago I really started to hit the weights. Ooh, yeah, hit the weights, right? I've also started to run again. For those of you who don't know, I used to run a lot back in about 2020. Something hit me during COVID, and it was, hey, just time to run. I think I actually made a YouTube video about this before, like in the past. If you guys scroll back through my channel, I think it was how not to run your first marathon, I think is what I entitled it. I didn't take nutrition super seriously. I was in the National Guard at that point, and they always harp on being super nutritious and doing this, that, and the other thing, and talking all about that, and not a single soldier listens to it. I'll just tell you that right now. That's millions of dollars gone to waste because not a single soldier listens to it. What we do is try to outwork a very bad diet, and with a lot of alcohol as well. I got to the point where I was lifting a lot and drinking a lot and eating a lot, and I wasn't seeing any sort of change or anything like that. So I decided to go off alcohol for about a month, and went off for about a month, had 3 drinks one night, and then the next day, and I'm talking weak drinks, these were watered down. The next day, I had my first migraine since I'd quit drinking, and my stomach never settled. It was, I'll spare you all the gory details. Quitting drinking has tremendously helped me. I also, you guys probably didn't know this about me, I used to smoke a lot. I used to smoke like a chimney before Sarah and I got fully married and everything like that, especially vaping. And weird thing, big tobacco, come to the rescue once again. Smoking is actually what got me to quit vaping. And then it was easier for me to quit smoking. It's just a very weird story. I can go into that at some point. I didn't want to, but I knew I needed to start running again. So about 3 months ago, I started running. I started intertwining my weightlifting. Every Friday I would have off anyways. So rather than having Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off entirely, why not run on the Friday? And so I started with 3 miles every Friday, and that sucked. And I moved up to 5 miles, and 5 miles for about a month every Friday. And then I went up to 8 miles every Friday, for a month. And then I thought, let's do the marathon. And back to what I was saying about the COVID, during COVID, I would run a marathon a month, and I have the data to prove that, just by the way. I would run a marathon a month, and I'll tell you right now, I did it wrong. Like I said, I was in the military. I was not eating correctly. I was not taking care of myself correctly. I was not stretching. After I did all that and I blew my knee out, I went to go stretch, because I knew something was wrong. And when I went and did my stretching routine, I got violently ill, seriously violently ill for about a day after that, which was crazy. But yeah, ran 8 marathons. The first one I ran was the Swamp Ape Marathon over in Florida. And then I believe I ran the Route 66. I knew I ran the half marathon the year before, but I think I ran the full marathon of Route 66 and up in Tulsa. And then all the rest of them were completely unsanctioned. And on what would be my 9th one, I blew my knee out, and that was it. And I thought that was the end of my running career entirely. Turns out, your joints are a lot better when you're not overweight. Right now, in my opinion, I'm overweight. I'm sitting at right around 230 right now. I might be a little bit under that. That was a couple weeks ago I weighed myself. but I'm sitting right at about 230. And when I was running marathons, I was close to 250. So my knee doesn't hurt. I know. Mind blowing, right? You take some weight off the joints and suddenly they don't hurt as bad. One thing that is my vice right now is actually Dr. Pepper. I love Dr. Pepper. I love everything carbonated. It's one of the reasons I love beer so much. There's just something about that burn. Oh, I love it. I've got my nutrition dialed in now, and I am on a marathon running plan. I wear a watch, a Coros watch. This is an active watch, or what do you call them? Basically a fitness tracker, track steps, basic biometrics, stuff like that. However, they have marathon training plans on here, and I have never done a proper marathon training program. The only thing I trained for was when I was a kid training for the 5K that one of my exes wanted to do with me, and then she only did 2.5. But this thing has a 13-week training program. And with that 13-week training program, I am now down to 12 weeks on the training program. This past week was week 1, and it was utterly mid. Let me talk about it real quick. This is kind of what this series is going to be. I'm tracking it both on Strava. If you see my name on YouTube, that is also my name on Strava. Feel free to follow me there. And then I'm tracking it on Coros as well. Now, Strava, I think maybe has plans. I don't know. And if it does, it's probably locked behind a paywall. That's why I really, really like this thing. Yeah, this was like $300, and I got it a couple of years last year. I got it last year. It was like $300, but it came with all of the software. And when it came with all the software, I don't have to download or pay for any, you need to have this in order to do this, and you need to have the premium plus subscription in order to have this. No, I have the watch, I have the app, everything's good. I bought it, I own it. I really, really like that. Thank you, Coros. Please don't ever change. But yeah, this is kind of like the building phase, and I'm kind of going into it as if I've never run a marathon before, because I took up fighting, I stopped running entirely. I had a lot of issues with my body. So we're gonna start from ground one, and we're actually gonna properly train for it. I said this on my TikTok, but my first marathon I ran, I kind of ran just based off of, I woke up one morning and thought, how far can I run? 12 miles, let's shoot for 15 the next time, and then let's, see where we can go with this. So I've never really had a plan before. This time is the only time I have a plan, and you'll actually be able to follow along on Strava, because I don't think that there is like a social thing for Coros. That's one, I guess, negative thing against Coros. But with it being the building plan, and I'll try to edit this as best I can. I apologize in advance. These runs are incredibly slow. I have gotten my mile pace down on my 5-mile runs. I got it down to about 7 minutes and 30 seconds per mile. And I am now having to keep my time, because this is the building phase. I'm having to keep my time between 10 minutes and 5 seconds and 11 minutes and 6 seconds per mile. It feels like I am marching, and that is fatiguing me quite a bit, especially when I'm coming down off my cool down. So it's fatiguing me quite a bit. It's quite frustrating. All that to say, though, I think it is quite a good thing. You kind of need to learn how to run slow really, really well in order to really pick up your pace without hurting yourself. So hopefully in the future, when I actually run this marathon in about 12 weeks, we should be good. And that marathon is gonna be the big, you guys ready for this? Everybody knows this one. Just up and down the street. That's it. Once again, I'm not doing it sanctioned, because I think sanctioned marathons are cool and everything. You get your cool little bib, you get your medals and stuff at the end that everybody gets. But you get all this cool stuff. You get to see a lot of people. It's really great for community building and stuff. And also the people that aren't even participating in the race, that are just running, or not running, just living, and they're coming out and they're building these things for people to pick up water from and stuff like that. I absolutely love it. It's awesome. It's fantastic. But it costs money, first and foremost. And second off, I really don't like running around people, because I find myself wanting to compete with them. And if you're not running your own race, you run a much higher risk of hurting yourself really, really badly, especially in the long run. Now, the 26.2 miles that I plan to run in about 12 weeks is not going to be the end of this running career. And I hate that I'm saying that. I hate running. There are 3 things that you need to know about me. There's 4 things you need to know about me. These are 4 things I hate. The first one is horses. The The second one is dolphins. The third one is demons. And finally, running. I hate running. This is my least favorite activity on the planet. I hate going outside to run. I hate running inside. The treadmill is horrendous for you to run on. And also, it's boring as all get out. At least on an outdoor run, I gotta avoid potholes and stuff like that. Okay, cool. That's great. I hate the repetitious nature of running. I hate it with every fiber of my being, which is why I feel I need to do it, as goofy as that sounds. But as kind of a short summary of this video, this should be about a weekly thing. I kind of want this to be like an after action report. It just kind of break down how I'm feeling this week. If there is some sort of social aspect to this and later things, you're going to notice that my weight training that Koros tells me to do seems to be lacking heavily. And it's because I'm already on another weight training program. So I'm not really paying attention to that. Don't tell Koros. I love you, Koros. But I'm not really paying attention to that. I'm kind of turning it on when I enter the gym. And then however long or however many sets or reps it thinks I did of the exercises it's asking me to do, that's what I did. Sure, why not? And then I just continue. The only thing I'm really taking seriously on it are the runs, the cool downs, and the warm-ups. That's the only things I'm really taking seriously. I do want this to be kind of a weekly thing. And honestly, if I'm going to get really deep into it, get all chiseled and have like a six pack and, oh, wow, oh my gracious, he's so beautiful. Maybe I'll start a second channel for it. Maybe. That is a massive maybe. But we'll kind of see where the wind takes us, how it goes. I've been kind of inspired. This is going to sound a little goofy, but in finishing this last week, I actually finished my second or third complete listen through of Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. And I've got to give that book, if you listen to it on Audible, it's a book, it's like a podcast. It's a really fun experience. And I really enjoy David Goggins. I know a lot of people don't. I really like listening to him. I think he's got a crazy voice. I think he's got a crazy story. And I love it. It doesn't motivate me, but it does drive me to try to be as good as I possibly can. If you have any book recommendations, as in audiobooks, please tell me them. I would love to hear them, because this running thing, audiobooks are going to save me through this whole thing, because I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Audiobooks at least are long enough and they keep me enthralled enough to try to keep me in the fight as long as I possibly can. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.